We're here with Chris Hoerster, one of the candidates running for Austin City Council District 3. Thank you for being here, Chris.
Thanks, Brandy. I appreciate y'all having us.
Absolutely. Well, first let's talk about when you think of the next 5 years in Austin, what is your vision? What is your greatest hope for Austin's future in terms of the environment?
In terms of the environment, for 5 years, what I hope is that we are on track with solar. I'm a big solar advocate. I would like to see a situation where anybody that wants solar on their house can have solar on their house. Right now, the cost, upfront cost is not affordable. It's $11,000 to put a solar on your house. And that's after rebates and tax.
That would be a very
rates.
large system, I believe.
It is a very large system, but it's about what you need for a 2,000 square foot house.
Okay.
Is what I've been told.
Okay. But you're pro-solar, so what do we do to support that and make it happen?
Well, I would like Austin Energy to perhaps create a fund where they can finance this solar. And what's good for the resident is when they're paying off this solar, they're actually making a payment equal to what they've been paying in electric for throughout the year. And I estimated about 5.5 years that solar would be paid off and owned by the resident. So they would have a 20 years at least on that solar. Excellent. At the same time, those funds they're paying in would go to replenish the fund for other residents. We could do the same for small businesses. Now, District 3 has around 25% homeowners and 75% renters. So we're going to need to come up with a plan for landlords also, but I don't see a reason why we can't.
You've said that outreach and education is important, or what's missing in District 3. How would you be a leader in that?
Well, I think we need to reach out to groups like Austin Environmental Democrats, Sierra, and we need to invite them to come over to District 3. One of the reasons I got into this race was we had candidates who have on record said, I'm not going to events outside our district because they're not over here. Well, we need a candidate, a councilman from District 3 that's going to work with all of Austin. I represent District 3 first, but I have to be involved in everything in Austin. I mean, we have a lot of issues. Can you imagine we're going to have to get 11 people in one room and have them agree on topics all over the city.
All right, so that ties to energy efficiency, which you have opinions about how we should be approaching.
Energy efficiency needs to be more accessible. I have personally done energy efficiency on my home, which was built in 1966.
Should the landlords have to do it?
The landlords at some point should. We missed the boat on East Riverside in District 3. Our current leadership has allowed developers to come into District 3, buy up a lot of apartment complex in the East Riverside District. These were affordable apartments that people could afford to live in. They allowed these companies to come in, slap a coat of paint on, and double the rent. Well, at this point, we should have had requirements that they put in energy efficient standards to these properties.
Okay. Let's shift to public transportation. What do you think are the solutions? You're not for the rail or for the Prop 1, so what do you think we should be doing? What suite of options is going to make the transportation gridlock better? We
have so many options that we can do before this rail. I'm not opposed to rail itself, but this line just didn't seem to rail to nowhere. Had it gone to the airport, it might have been more, I think people would have liked it more. It was a bad marketing plan from day one. The first thing you say is $1.4 billion, everybody freaks out.
Right, so what should we be doing?
I think we should do a few things. When I travel to the city, I don't use the major arteries, I use streets with lights. We need to synchronize these lights, make it easier for people to get through town. We need to take 183 and 360 and turn them into nonstop freeways. Give people options. And we're going to have to get the failed tollway 130 involved. We were sold a bill of goods on that. We were supposed to get trucks and traffic off our interstate. Well, that would take 15% because that's flow-through traffic, people that are not stopping in Austin. So we could take 15% of cars off. Right. And we also need to improve our bus system. If we're not going to do rail, let's do BRT. Why don't we have BRT, Bus Rapid Transit? Okay. Why don't we have it run into Maynard, Del Valle, Buda, Kyle, where the traffic is? Right. I mean, for downtown, 35% of the people that work downtown live in Circle C and out in Oak Hill area, but we don't have any Bus Rapid Transit going out there.
Okay. You're also a proponent of gray water and rainwater systems, and,
Yes.
and less of a proponent of the purple pipe. Is that right?
Yes, that's true. Gray water needs to be made easier. What a great way to water your grass with water that's already there. However, it's very cost prohibitive and just until recently not even possible to do. The purple pipe, what worries me is, people say we lose so much water through our current water system. How much are we going to lose through purple pipe?
Right.
And I have kids, and I can't always control what faucet those kids might take a drink out of. So there's some issues there. Even though that purple water will be, not purple water, but that water will be out of the purple pipe. That water will be treated and safe. It's what we release into the river. I just hate to see us spend more infrastructure money when there's other things we can do. I know one year I tried to get some rainwater, and they were out.
What do you mean
And
they were out?
they were out of the barrels at one time.
I think they have a rebate now for whatever size thing you want to build.
Yeah, they changed that, and I got gutters in, and that's probably the next thing. Of course, in the last couple of years here, up until recently, hadn't been a lot of rainwater to capture.
Right. Right. Okay. I want to make sure we cover the main points that you want to make. You talked to. Okay. What else do you want to say in terms of the next? If you're elected, what would be your top priority to accomplish while in office? If you could just do one thing and not fail, what would it be?
One thing would be to get along, everybody to get along. People are saying we have 70 candidates, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
But imagine when we try to get those 11 people in a room from different parts of town. Everybody's going to be wanting something for their district. We're going to have to get along.
Yep.
And we have to elect the right people to do that. We have to elect people that have experience in building collaboration teams. I built teams for 25 years in the restaurant business, very successfully. I worked for Caritas of Austin for a while, and in a collaborative effort there, we brought all the housing specialists together. Because as housing specialists, we were out looking for housing, low income. Our average income for our clients was $800 a month. Imagine trying to find them a house.
Right.
Well, all these housing specialists were competing with each other. So we brought everybody together into one room and started working together to do this project and to get housing for everybody. I left Caritas to finish school, but something I was really proud of, that we were able to bring people together.
Excellent. Well, thank you,
Thank you.
for being willing to run, and if elected, I hope to be working with you on advancing.
I do too. I was the like I said,
environmental issues.
I was the better late than never guy. I got in the last day on the 18th, the last hours, and it's been a blast. I love serving and working with Austin.
Great,
Thank you very much.